Hey everyone, welcome back to the 29th day of my daily vlog experiment. This is going to be short and sweet. Let me do a quick update. So folks have been able to go back to see where their homes were or are. Of course, continuing to think about all the survivors. So the Eaton fire is 99% contained. The Palisades is 96% contained. And the Hughes fire by Six Flags is 98% contained. So this will pretty much be my last update for the fire containment unless something changes. But thankfully, people are able to go back. And I say thankfully because my hope is that people will be able to get, for those who are underinsured and the insurance people cancel them, that they are able to get some sort of gap insurance so that they're able to rebuild. And also get the services that folks need, especially the mental health support, as well as the money. That's important. So I wanted to acknowledge that, and switching gears a little bit because I want this video update to be short. I finally talked to the powers that be at my institution, and so I was able to tell my story in a chronological way, and that just really lifted a weight off of me. I told you I really didn't feel like I could celebrate because I felt like so much of my experience was snatched from me at the end. But being able to talk to someone who has authority and power was very helpful. And also being able to just have someone listen to my story. There is so much power in folks listening, but not only listening, but also strategizing with me. And so I'm confident that my school will be able to make the necessary changes and supporting students so that other students don't have to experience what I experienced. The other thing that's great, even in retelling my story with all the shifts that I mentioned before in my dissertation vlogs, being able to also acknowledge the humanity in us all, and also acknowledging that sometimes when we're all overwhelmed, sometimes we might present different sides of ourselves. And so acknowledging that was really helpful, and it just set me free. I don't know if I will escalate my story any further than where it went. I feel good about where it is now. We'll see after I get my degree, but I actually just feel good about it. I feel great. I feel great actually. And I want to leave y'all with this. One thing that the person shared was, number one, acknowledging my trauma was very important to me because when I was in crisis, I didn't like the responses from some folks. It was very negligent, to be quite honest. But I will say this, one thing that the person told me, which I thought was powerful, was for me to begin to put the trauma in its place, and that it happened, working through it, but also not allowing the trauma to overshadow the joy and the ability to celebrate myself for this amazing accomplishment of finishing a dissertation. And so that really freed me because yes, the end part of my dissertation experience was the worst. I would never wish that upon anybody. Like, it was the worst of my whole entire academic career. And I've been through some things, y'all. But being able to just let it go. Because at the end of the day, I got my doctorate, y'all. Now I can really celebrate, and I'm glad because I'm celebrating with my godson on Saturday. And so I want to be able to fully celebrate. And so I'm looking forward to that. Yeah. And I just encourage folks, tell your story. Don't hold it back, because your story can help other people so that other people don't have to go through what you went through. And I guarantee you, moving forward, no one's going to have the experience that I had. Anyway, that's all I have for this short check-in. I cannot wait for tomorrow, which is the 30th of the month. So anyway, as usual, I'm so glad that you're on this journey as I, Lucy, evolve.